A 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour of WWE's Friday night show. But was it a good 3 hours spent, or was it an absolutely atrocious 3 hours where I'm like, my God, they're stretching the credibility like freshly pulled taffy. Freshly pulled taffy. Freshly pulled Tiffy. Let's talk about it. I'm John Renton with my review WWE Smackdown from the Footprint Center, shrieking Tony Atlas noises. You know, the Footprint Center actually is something that Oscar Pistorius was hoping that he would be able to be part of because Footprints would have exonerated him. And also, Footprint Center. That was Kerry Von Erich after June 4th, 1986. How many more people can I insult? Nevertheless, let me know your thoughts on the show in the comments, please. Consensual Phoenix, Arizona! Okay, so why did I decide to review this? I actually watched a movie a little bit earlier today. This review's up a little bit later than usual. I decided, you know what? It's the first Smackdown of the goddamn new year, 2025. If man, woman, animal, vegetable, or mineral are still alive, somehow, despite the fact that the planet is frying or freezing or fricasseed and fracasseed. Nevertheless, I decided to review this, and I will tell you this. I've got things to say. I'm not going to be reviewing SmackDown every week. I'm not going to review Raw every week. I may not even review Dynamite every week, but I do promise you guys this. Excuse me. Despite the fact that I said with my channel update video that it'll be one last ride, that after this, I'm not totally done. I'm just going to really cut back because I'm getting into my mid-40s. I'm getting really tired. I've been doing this for a number of years. I'm going to do my best to put the pedal to the fucking metal until WrestleMania 41. And even the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania 41. After that, I may ease back a little bit. I will be posting movie reviews. I will be doing a lot of stuff. But just wanted to update you there. So, yeah, this holds around 18,400 people. They had around 11,000 people according to WrestleTix. And to be perfectly honest, that's pretty goddamn good, especially for Phoenix. I don't like the theme, it's just not for me, but apparently a lot of people like it, and I'm not going to fault you there. So, Cody and Kevin Owens recaps. It's going to be Cody and Kevin Owens for the WWE and the Wing Spread Eagle Championship in a ladder match. That sounds safe, but whatever, they need to sell more tickets, I guess, to the Rumble. Speaking of the Rumble, apparently the 2026 Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia. I'm not really that surprised. Who knows what's going to happen by next year? The Foo Fighters knew what was going to happen next year because they'll be coming home next year. And next year, Dave Grohl's, girlfriend, the one that he had the child without a wedlock, will be legally able to drink. If you get it, you get it. Cole and Graves are on commentary. I don't know why Joe Tessitore isn't on SmackDown. Don't have Cole calling both shows. If you don't want to have Wade Barrett call the action anymore, I would personally put him back on NXT. Or maybe move Vic Joseph up to SmackDown, put Joe in NXT, and I think he could sell it pretty goddamn well. They need Joe Tessitore on commentary. Cody giving out to a big pop. He's high-fiving fans. He's signing stuff for kids. He's over. I don't really care for him, but he's over, and I can't deny that. It was cruel to make him pronounce words like Phoenix and other stuff, and Indianapolis. List. I'm sorry. I bless Cody. He has tried to avoid that. And look, we all have times where we stumble with our speech. But god damn it, this was just cruel. He is talking about how he wants to take down Kevin Owens, but he's not medically cleared. Here's Drew. He, because of the transfer window, because just say that the brand split is really stupid and we're just going to do this. I mean, have a set amount of people that can go here, and if you want to have it between the GMs, that they can trade people to have feuds going, fine, but just, you can't necessarily say that the brand split is a hard split and then do this. There are ways to make it make sense. He hugs Cody. He's not here to hurt him. He's here to help him. You finally achieved your dream as being the flagship bearer of this company, but you're going to screw it up by, doing the wrong thing. And that we're the greatest generation ever. Of course you are, Drew. Of course you are. There are great talents in this generation. It is all subjective. I'm just not going to be subjected to this subjective opinion. So, nevertheless, look, Drew was pretty good here. Cody then says, Drew, I'd like to say that you carried WWE through its darkest days. I like to say all this, and all this stuff, and you've done all these great things and you fired up, but I just don't believe you. Drew says, I don't want to hurt you. I'm not here to harm you. I just want to kill you, as they said in Night of the Blood Beast, the MST3K episode. One more thing, Cody, you better watch your back. As he goes to leave the ring, he tells him that. And then Owens attacks, and then agents run down. I thought Jordan Oasis is one of the agents, but I don't think it's him. The crowd was into it. So we're about 20 minutes into the goddamn show. Then Shogun Mura shows up, a.k.a. Shinsuke Nakamura, who I think is going to lose the U.S. title next week because he defended it at a Noah show. That was the same one where Edward James Olmos became one half of the Noah Tag Team Champions. I don't know enough about Noah. I just know that Edward James Olmos towers over everybody. The blue ring canvas kind of threw me off. I mean, it's different, but nevertheless. Nakamura and Andrade El Olio had a match. I didn't hate it, but it was what it was. Eventually, Chin Salsa got the victory. Thank you very much, Derb, for getting that in my head. Here's LA Knight. Brief skirmish. He vows to do everything he can to get a rematch. He's going to take the title for Nakamura. And apparently they're going to have a rematch next week. And then Apollo is talking to Pretty Deadly. And this is requiring me to put up with this goddamn goof-ass tag team. I don't care about them. It's stuff about who attacked the Street Profits, and it was implied it could have been Legado del Phantasm, Legoland Phantasm. But then Escobar and co. show up, and man, that zipper on Elektra's top was about to burst. Bless her. I mean, she's great, but I don't know why in the world they expect me to care about anything involving Pretty Deadly. More on them later. And then DIY is talking. Aldis and Pretty Deadly are trying to talk, and they are letting Gargano cut promos. That's a choice. I know they're the tag team champions. This indicates how far the tag team division has fallen. Mia Yim then took on Piper Niven with Chelsea Green and the something about those thigh-high boots. That being said, let's move on from that. I'm talking about Chelsea. I wouldn't complain about any of them in thigh-high boots. Moving on from that, everybody has kinks. It's just if you have kinks like in the movie Baby Girl, you probably need help. Maybe not. So anyway, it was all right. It was what it was. It was a standard TV match, and Mia won. It wasn't terrible. A video package on Naomi. About time. About time they started doing something like this. Heyman's in the ring, and he talks about Solo versus Roman for Raw, the Raw debut on Netflix. I'm going to say right now, there's a mystery movie happening that day. So I'm very likely going to see what that is. I think it's either going to be Den of Thieves, or it's going to be Better Man, where Robbie Williams is a CGI monkey. No, really, look at the trailer. It's not a joke. But nevertheless, so if I do have the Raw debut on Netflix review up later, I apologize in advance. And Raw reviews will not be done every week. Netflix is more accessible to me. I can just turn that shit on at any point. I don't have to switch things around with my TV, but that being said, Heyman's in the ring. He talks about Roman's vengeance against Rollins, costing him against Cody. Cody got a lucky win. Heyman was great and articulate here. I'm not going to deny that. I'm also never going to deny the fact that Heyman is a scumbag businessman. And it can't be ignored. Many people went into debt. Many people nearly died. Many people died because of the shit that Heyman wanted people to do for very little money. In ECW, that is. But he said that SOB didn't earn the Ulafala, golly, what a day. Ulafala Solo stole it from Roman Reigns. Now you will never unhear it. And if you ever see Robin Hood, the animated movie, you're never going to unhear it. You're welcome. You can blame the fact that my parents put me in Sunday school back when I was a child, and they had like 3 Disney movies. This was back in the late 80s, very early 90s. Where, yeah, Robin Hood and there were a couple others. But, yeah, that whistling cock. They allowed a whistling cock to be displayed in church. And it didn't even involve the priest. Hey-o! I'm sorry. I'm slappy. I don't know what's going on with me here. But Solo shows up and Heyman says, I just want you to know I'm about 10 seconds away from pissing my pants. That was pretty funny. And Solo says, we get Solo sucks chance. And Solo says, so you owe Punk a favor. Here's what I want you to do. How about you hold the Ulafala, golly, what a day, on Monday? And if Roman beats me, you put it on Roman Reigns and I acknowledge him. But when I beat him, you're going to put it on me, and then you're going to acknowledge me as being my wise man, and I'm going to own you. Fair? I guess? I mean, whatever. They're trying to build it. I got to be perfectly honest. Like, part of the reason I'm glad there's a mystery movie on the 6th is I don't really have any investment in this Roman solo stuff. Because the match is probably going to go a good 25 minutes, and about half of that is going to be stalling. I'm kind of over the bloodline stuff. Motor City Machine Guns. We're cutting promos on DIY, specifically Gargano. They had a tag title match that looked... I'm sorry. I don't want to see anything involving Gargano and Ciampa in 2025. It's not that they're bad workers. I've seen everything I need to see from them. Them as heel tag team champions, great. Here's the thing. They're repeating the same stuff that they did in NXT. It's annoying. Because Triple H is going back to what he knows, which apparently isn't much. So, Shelley ended up hurting his knee on a dive later. I don't know if he's really good at selling or did hurt his knee. They both had knee injuries, especially Saban, who had 2 back-to-back torn ACLs. I think he had to get a cadaver's ACL and put that in there. That was nuts. So later, Pretty Deadly and Legoland Phantasm show up, and they get in a skirmish and end up causing a DQ. Corey says, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. I agree, the tag division absolutely sucks. And then Candice is talking to Nia, because Candice is going to accompany Nia a little bit later on. Sammy is talking to Mello, and then Mello says the next time he faces Sammy, it's going to be different, I guess. Mello is ice fucking cold. But the Usos show up, and Aldis is talking to Cody. Aldis basically wants Cody to take it easy, but at the same time, Cody wants to call his shot. If Drew wants him, he can have him next. Signs of the night. Naomi's in the ring. Naomi had actually made her entrance at this point and everything. Naomi had Bianca in the corner. Bianca, bang air. I don't know what the bangs are. I don't know what those are on about. Did she recently watch Scream 3? If you get it, you get it. But it is Nia Jax with Candice in the corner defending her women's championship. Nia, not Nia defending Candice's championship, the speed championship that doesn't fucking count because it's bullshit. But Nia defending her women's championship that she has held since SummerSlam. Teasing, yeah, she's had since SummerSlam. Teasing, I actually forgot when she beat Bayley. Holding that, facing off against various people. We've had all these teases with Tiffany. We haven't seen Tiffany all night. Against Naomi, with Bianca Belair in the corner, and Jade is apparently not injured, but was taken out, and now Naomi is one half of the tag team champions. Pretty much cementing that one of them attacked Jade. One of them did. Because I don't think it was Charlotte, because, Charlotte might show back up at the Rumble, but I don't know. So, it's a women's championship match. I have one fucking thing to say about this goddamn match. Yeah, even I can praise something with somebody I don't like. They cut a good pace here. This is one of the best matches that has been on WWE television in a while. When the women want to kill it, they can kill it. When they're allowed to actually go out there and have some, proper TV time. I did see Lyra versus Io. That was a pretty good match on the most recent Raw. Look, I hate Nia. I hate Nia as an anti-vax bitch. I think she's a fucking moron. She's a brain parasite possessing idiot. Whatever she has in her skull ain't exactly an active brain. Naomi has gotten chances, this kind of stuff. I like Naomi. This worked. This worked way better than I thought it would work. I was told before I got caught up with this that something big happened. I was like, okay. Some people were telling me, John, you might actually end up liking this match. Okay, I'm willing to eat crow. Why I'm eating a robot from MST3K, I have no idea. Prefer to eat the person voicing Crow. No, I wouldn't. That's cannibalism. This worked. This really worked. I didn't expect it to work at all. I'm not saying I love everything Nia did, but Nia was there for everything she needed to be. She needed to be there for. Naomi pulling out some great moves here. And they cut a good pace. They were given a lot of time. It was about 15 fucking minutes. They were given a lot of fucking time. There were near falls that were very well done. They loved Naomi. There was a split leg off the second rope. 1-2 kick out. They took him on a ride. We got a Samoan drop by Naomi to a big pop and a kick out at 2. We got a leg drop off the top by Nia. You thought that was going to be the finish. 1-2 kick out. You got a tornado DDT by Naomi. You got a heat seeker variation, which, okay. And that was just 2. You get, a blockbuster after a Samoan drop off the second rope. Nia only got a 2 count. Naomi hit a blockbuster. Good cover right there. Solid stuff. Crucifix bomb. Big move. 1-2 kick out. Candice does what she does best. Try to screw everything up because that's all she can do. But nevertheless, Bianca attacks her. They're getting in a fracas. Bianca, though, had to kind of keep knowing, is Nia here? Is Nia here? Is Nia here? And I love Bianca, don't get me wrong. But then Nia just chucks a belt at her, like, here, tag title. Sensubin! Anyway, so it does that, and Nia gets back in there. We get Nia, getting hit with a slam off the top. And then suddenly Tiffany's music hits, and that place blew. I was like, okay, they're surprising. And she's about to cash in, but then she chucks the referee over. That poor referee. He took a hell of a bump over the goddamn announcers, or the briefcase, that is. But she hits Naomi with the case, and oh, it's a ruse. They did this. And suddenly the bonsai drop. 1, 2, 3. So Nia's celebrating. Candice is acting there like she had anything to fucking positively contribute to this or anything in the last 2 years. But whatever. It's fine. And then Nia celebrating. Tiffy hits her with the case. The place blew. She hit Candice with the case. If she hit her in the head, it wouldn't have affected her at all. She hadn't had a working brain in years. And then Bianca hits the KOD on Nia. Boom. And then Tiffany, this is how much they wanted Tiffany to cash in. Yeah, they hate Nia. They were taking on a goddamn ride, so they were appreciating everything that was done. They loved when Tiffany grabbed Bianca and chucked her over the announcer's table. And then that poor referee that took that header over the barricade cashes in as soon as they announced PME 1, 2, 3. I thought the roof was going to come off the goddamn arena. What a piece of business right there, as many in wrestling would say. Fabulous work by all. Tiffany is a new women's champion. Let her hold it past Mania. Don't just let this be like a 3-month reign. Let her hold it until Money in the Bank or even SummerSlam. Give her, excuse me. Apologies, by the way. Still kind of getting over, the winter bug. But that being said, big deal. Great stuff by Tiffany. Yeah, even I can praise something that I necessarily wouldn't have liked. You guys, honestly, be honest. You are surprised I'm praising this. But, what a ride. And they showed recaps of the cash-in. It was great stuff. Roman Solo hype, and then LA Knight is fired up. He is going to get his title back against Nakamura. Please, please. Because if he doesn't win next week, then he better have a deep run in the Rumble. They better do something with him. And I know that, Nakamura's in his mid-40s. LA Knight is not much. He's a little bit younger than I am, and he's in great shape. But he's still only got a few years left of any wrestling prime. They got to do something good with him. So Solo, Jacob Fatu, and Tonga Chameleon are in the ring after their entrance. Jay makes his entrance, a long yeeting entrance. Good grief, along with, Jim Uso and Sammy. And look, it was a match. It was what it was. Jacob Fatu is fucking tremendous. He hits a moonsault. It gets broken up. Later, here's Drew. Jay dives on him. And then after a blind tag to Solo, Jacob Fatu does the whole prayer thing. I love you, Solo. The crowd's chanting it because they love Jacob Fatu. He misses the butt bump in the corner. Jay goes to splash Jacob, but the referee's trying to tell him, he's not the legal man. Solo spike, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. Hyping up what is going to happen with WWE's, debut, or WWE Raw's debut on Netflix. So yeah, there you go. I'm not going to review Smackdown every single week. I'll see how the views go. If the views are good enough, I may try to cut into a little bit of movie time to see, but I only got so many like energy reserves, like an energy bar, or an energy tank, like in Mega Man or Mega Man X. I only got so much left in the chamber, folks, but I'll give you all I can. That being said, the women killed it. Made it worth it. Made it worth it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.